Tonight, shock at gas pumps showing prices most drivers have never seen.
It really hurts the people that have to drive 20 and 30 miles every day to and from work.
With the Biden administration now considering direct sanctions on the Kremlin's crude oil, prices will likely climb higher than they ever have before.
The oil market reacts much like the stock market. It gets very jittery when it comes to volatility, and we're seeing a lot of volatility right now. And unfortunately, drivers are paying for that at the gas pump.
Across the country, the national average has rocketed past the $4 mark. And in California, where drivers are shelling out as much as $7 a gallon, some are on board with the sanctions, but say they still want to see Washington try and bring relief.
Or send the message, send all the messages. But I think we have oil here. We don't need to be buying their oil.
And experts say there are options: more domestic production and further tapping into the national oil reserve, lowering gas taxes, and a nuclear deal with Iran could potentially release enough oil into the market to ease disruption. But tensions with Russia might throw that deal into question. And those who track gas prices say there are even more factors at play than the war in Ukraine, like refineries switching to more expensive summer blends, the country emerging from the pandemic with more people planning on traveling, and all on top of rising inflation.
I think I'm going to start walking when it hits 6. I think I'm going to max out there.
And Lester, the experts we spoke to today say there is a chance that other states may start seeing some of these high prices too. $5 a gallon, $6 a gallon, all in the upcoming months. And they say if the price of gas goes up another 11 cents, we will officially be in uncharted territory. Lester?
Economic impact of the war now, and growing calls for a ban on oil imports from Russia. The price of oil has topped $130 a barrel overnight. Gas prices spiking too. A gallon already averaging $5.34 in California, up 52 cents in just the past week. Our chief business correspondent, Rebecca Jarvis, has the latest. Good morning, Rebecca.
Good morning to you, George. And Russia is the world's third largest energy producer, accounting for about 10% of global supply. But the U.S. imports a relatively small amount of that. Last year, about 3% of our oil came from Russia. Now, if the U.S. were to fully ban Russian imports, we'd make up for that gap by ramping up production here domestically. That would take some time and even potentially pressuring OPEC sources like Venezuela and Saudi Arabia to release more supplies. But that near-term shortfall is why you're seeing oil surging above $130 a barrel overnight. That is the highest price in 13 years. If oil prices stay here, Patrick DeHaan of Gas Buddy estimates the national average for a gallon of regular will be $4.55 a gallon, and that in the next 24 hours, the average nationwide will hit a record high. Now, keep in mind, Americans are currently spending $250 million more on gasoline every single day than we were a month ago. When we spend more on gasoline, we have less money to spend elsewhere. That means less growth in the economy. George?
And whatsoever you shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If ye love me, keep my commandments.